This video is brought to you by John Robson Guitar Tuition. If you enjoy the content, please consider supporting the channel by enrolling on a course, purchasing some guitar lessons or a t-shirt, or you can join my Patreon. Now, on with the show. Hello chaps, welcome once again to John Robson Guitar Tuition. As always, I do hope you're well. Now then, I'm always looking for ideas and material to cover in these Saturday videos. As you know, sometimes it's me doing a cover version of a tune in, kind of by putting my own spin on it, and then I'll explain what was going through my head as I was messing around with it. And other times, these videos are about, kind of explaining or demonstrating a particular kind of little musical trick or concept or something. And that's what we're doing today, because you see, the other day, I got this email from a viewer.
Hi John, I'm a long-time guitar player and I've always played by feel and by ear. This is okay most of the time, but there's some styles of music I want to play that my old blues scale shapes and licks never seem to cut it. I've tried to understand theory many times but always get stuck. Too much jargon and confusion. It doesn't help that I have a short attention span and get bored if I don't get instant results. My main nemesis is that mode stuff. I've tried so many times to get my head around it, but it just refuses to add up. Start the scale on this note and it's this mode. Start the same scale on that note and it's another mode. What is all that about? I know you do a course on this, but I'm worried it'll be just more of the same confusion. Any chance you can do a short video that explains it without going down a geeky jargon rabbit hole? If you can explain the basics in a few minutes, I might just pull the trigger on your course. Love the channel, Mikey.
And I'm always up for a challenge, so let's tackle it right now. What I'm going to do is see how many different ways we can utilise either an A or an A minor chord, and you'll see how that feeds into the whole modal kind of thing. Here it is. Okay then, here are all of the keys which contain either an A major or an A minor chord. You can see that the key of E major, A major and D major all contain an A major chord. I've shown it in red. And the key of G major, C major and the key of F major, once again shown in red, all contain an A minor chord. So the first thing we need to do is reorientate all of those keys so the A or A minor chord is now the focus, and that looks like this. And when you do this, when you take a key and focus on a chord other than the tonic chord, like the chord of E in the key of E or the chord of G in the key of G and so on, you get a bunch of modes, and here they are listed here. You can see that the key of E major, when you focus on the A chord, becomes the A Lydian mode. The key of A major, when you focus on the A chord, is the A Ionian mode. The key of D major, when you focus on the A chord, is the A Mixolydian mode. Then moving on to the next one, we've got the key of G major. When you focus on the A minor chord, that becomes the A Dorian mode. The key of C major, focusing on its A minor chord, becomes the A Aeolian mode. And the key of F major, focusing on its A minor chord, becomes the A Phrygian mode. And what we're going to be doing is using the chords that you can see in these modes here as sources of notes to add in to our lead guitar playing. More on that in a moment. Let's group the modes together. You can see here we've got the three modes which contain an A major chord are the major modes, the Lydian, the Ionian and the Mixolydian. And the three modes which contain an A minor chord, the Dorian, the Aeolian and Phrygian, are the minor modes. Now, over the major modes, Lydian, Ionian and Mixolydian, you could just simply play over the top of any chord sequence in any of those modes using this A major pentatonic scale that you can see here. And likewise, the minor modes, the Dorian, Aeolian and Phrygian, you can play over those, any of them at any time, with the A minor pentatonic that you can see here. And basically what we're going to be doing to add a little bit of that modality into the lead guitar side of things is, as I said, we're going to be borrowing some notes from the underlying chords that are in the modes. So for instance, if we wanted to play A Lydian in a kind of lead guitar sense, then you would be adding in a G sharp and a D sharp to your A major pentatonic, and you can see I've shown where those notes would land in the context of that pattern there. If we wanted to play A Ionian as a lead guitar thing, then you would keep the G sharp, but the D sharp would now become a D note because the Ionian mode contains a D note in, the chords that are in that mode. The Mixolydian, you would keep the D note, but the G sharp would now become a G. And you can see how all of these different notes can just slot into that basic major pentatonic shape to create these different lead guitar sounds. Moving on to the minor modes, the Dorian mode, well, you would add an F sharp and a B into your A minor pentatonic, and once again, look at the diagram there, you can see where those notes can be slotted in. The Aeolian mode, once again, we're adding a B note, but rather than F sharp, we're adding an F, and you get that diagram there for the Aeolian mode fingering. And finally, the Phrygian mode, you get the B flat and an F note added into your A minor pentatonic, and once again those notes would be there in the chords that are in that mode. Remember, the Phrygian mode is just the key of F major but focusing on the A minor chord, so you're borrowing notes from the chords that are in that key of F major, and because we're focusing on the A minor chord, it is the Phrygian mode. So there you go, that's a basic whistle stop tour through a little bit of mode theory. Now let's hear what all of those modes sound like. Coming up next, you're going to hear me play a solo that runs through this list here: Lydian, Ionian, Mixolydian, Dorian, Aeolian and Phrygian, so you can hear what the different modes sound like. And there is, of course, a full tab in both Guitar Pro and PDF formats, along with a jam track to play along with, and that clip that you've seen there of me sort of explaining it all and playing the solo. All of that is up on my Patreon page. There's the address, link in the description. Only $3 a month for all of these extra resources that go with these YouTube lessons. Thank you so much to everyone who's supporting me in that way and all the other ways that are all linked down in the description. I was, of course, in that clip there using my absolutely gorgeous Scott Guitars John Robson signature model. If you're interested in finding out more about that guitar, I'll put the link to that down in the description as well. And that is pretty much it for today, folks. Hope you found the video informative, useful, and maybe, just maybe, a little bit inspiring. And if you have, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell if you haven't already done so, and why not give me a like while you're at it. But for now, I'll bid you all a good day and say thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your time. Look after yourselves, folks. Stay well, stay safe, and above all, stay sane. Bye for now.